with your love, with your Facebook kindness, with your donations to my fund, has been the driving force of what actually has me sitting here with you in person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're one of us.
No more fans, Fred.
Yeah.
It's family.
Yeah.
This is Elvis family. We're a big extended family, not anything.
I'll be driving down the road sometime and I'll see a car up ahead of me that's got a TCB sticker on it. And I think, it's one of us.
That's right.
There's one of us.
And you know, my Star Trek family is much the same way. I cannot believe the luck that I am in 2 franchises that have changed my life.
Yeah.
The Star Trek franchise and the Elvis franchise. It's just, who knew back in the 60s that these would be the people that we cherish the most in our life? It's just amazing, and I thank you and bless each and every one of you.
You were with 1968 was a very turbulent year in this country. The things that went on, the assassinations that happened, and an assassination that happened right here in Elvis's hometown. When Martin Luther King was killed here in Memphis, right in his town. And you were with him during that time period when MLK was murdered in his home.
Absolutely. It was devastating to Elvis, devastating to all of us. I had discovered the day before I got the news that I had won the Miss Rheingold contest, that JFK had been assassinated, and that was devastating. And now here's another incredible time of my life, you know, like that, where in the middle of filming Live a Little, Love a Little, we have the assassination of MLK, and I was devastated, and Elvis was heartbroken because he so wanted to be here and to pay tribute to Elvis in person, I mean to pay tribute to MLK in person. And so he asked me to have lunch with him in his dressing room trailer so that we could pay tribute and watch the funeral together. And he was sobbing in my arms, just sobbing. And it was at that moment, gosh, you just flash back all those years, certain triggers kind of get you, you know. So he stood up, and in that beautiful voice, he sang a cappella, Amazing Grace. And he said, if I can't be there in person, I can sing my heart out right now to you and to them. So we were just crying and sobbing, and I, you know, comforted him and held him. It was just an amazing moment.
Yeah, to show he had a heart and he was a real person,
and how much the Black community and the movement meant to him. Yeah. He said, these are my people. This is my town. These are my people. And he said, Celeste, how can this be happening? JFK, MLK. And of course, we have no answers, do we?
No, and people might look at a star like that and think, well, he's a star, he's got everything. You go in that 2-room shack in Tupelo and you see what he came from. He had nothing.
He never forgot those roots, and he never forgot the people that helped him. And one of the anthems, if you will, during our time together, our loving friendship, was the eternal question of why me? You know, my twin brother died so that I could live. My precious mother is gone. Why me? And he said, you know, Celeste, do you think they were starving, and they had him on a real heavy-duty crash diet during Live a Little, Love a Little to get ready for the comeback special. And he'd always say, well, what would you like for lunch today? And I'd say, well, I'll just have whatever you're having. Well, the MGM commissary made him a hamburger patty that looked like a hockey puck. That's how well done it was. And some little shriveled peas that were hardly recognizable, and some sliced tomatoes. And so I'll just have whatever you're having, because who on earth can eat when you're with Elvis Presley? But he was worried that he wasn't going to be in shape. And, excuse me, he was also worried. He said, Celeste, do you think they'll still like my music? Do you think they'll still care about me? Do you think I can come back? And I'm, of course, your music is eternal. And I also told him that our song, forgive me, but it is our song, A Little Less Conversation.
Yeah.
And of course, you have to do the opposite. We'd have a little more conversation. But I told him that that would be his biggest hit of all time. And I had to wait how many years for that prediction to come true, and I know he knows that that a little less conversation, a little more action, please.
You got a theme song.
I got a theme song.
It's been so great to have you here in Memphis and to see you again. We've talked before, and you always just bring such a glow when you speak of Elvis, and that's what we love to see. We love to see, you know, the family, the musicians, the actors, the people that really got to know the real person, and to hear just a little bit about what that experience must have been like. And you too will get a chance to meet her. She's going to stay around for autographs too. She was telling me backstage, I want to meet everyone. And I said, well, everyone wants to meet you too. So it's so good to see you again. Thank you so much, Yarnall.
Thank you, everyone.